Hey Sonya, happy Wednesday. Sonya, I just passed by the cactus and I saw two pieces of it broken off. And I don't want those two pieces though, because I think the damage is done with those two pieces. I don't want those two pieces. I think the damage is done with those two pieces. Hello everybody, happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday, happy wonderful Wednesday, happy winning Wednesday. Happy winning Wednesday. You're winning today. You're winning, you're winning, you're winning. So I guess that would have helped me out though when looking for the key. I could have been like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to knock those two off. But those two look a little wilted. So they may have been off. They may have been off and I just missed them yesterday. Happy Wednesday, happy winning Wednesday. I know you guys are winning. Tell me what you're winning with. How are you winning today? And if you feel like you aren't winning, then you need to find that thing that motivates you. We all have areas of improvement. So you need to find an area of improvement, something you can work on, something you can structure to be the way you want it to be. If it's not so, and fix it. Structure it, fix it, rebuild it, whatever you need to do to find your winning day. Because this is Winning Wednesday. Hey, April Showers, how are you? April Showers Network, welcome to the live. It's Winning Wednesday. Okay? There's something for each day. We always talking about goals over here, but we can have a goal. We can have daily goals, all right? We have daily goals. Today is Wednesday. And it's not too late to make it a winning Wednesday. A winning Wednesday. Whether that be something you improve on, something you acquire that you've been wanting to have and you haven't had it, haven't gotten a chance to get it. And just winning by self-improvement. Self-improvement. So it's Winning Wednesday. What can you do to improve on the things that you're doing already? What new ventures can you do? What new wins can you accomplish? What new wins can you guys accomplish? I'm sure there's always a win somewhere for you. It may not always look like it, but there is. It may not always look like there's a win out there for you, but there is. There is. Find something. Find something that interests you. Find something that piques your interest. Find something, take something about yourself that you feel like you're lacking. You're not giving it your all, or you're not giving it everything that you need to be giving it, the attention that you need to be giving it. Start giving it more attention. And you can do that by getting up and moving. Start with yourself. Get up and move. You don't have to race with anybody. If you're working out or you're walking or biking or whatever you're doing with somebody, and if they make it a competition, then you need to pick a new partner. There are several times in life where you have to pick a new partner. Sometimes it can be your spouse. Sometimes you need to pick a new partner. Sometimes it can be, your team of friends, the group of friends that you hang around. Sometimes you need to pick some new ones. Sometimes you need to pick new hobbies. Sometimes you need to pick a new job. The only thing that you can't pick, and most of you don't want to pick, is your family. For all the things we go through with our families, most of us wouldn't give anything for them. I take that back. We wouldn't take anything. We give a lot, but we wouldn't take anything to regroup and re-pick another whole family. I don't think so. If you feel that way, then that means it's some really, really, really bad family members out there, and that is possible. That is possible. Sometimes there are some bad family members, and you're just like, can I just pick another family? Hey, cool gamer, how are you? Can I just pick another family? But many of us, we wouldn't change a thing. I wouldn't change a thing when it comes to family and friends. Some friends, you know, you don't stay attached to them the way you have been. Sometimes you just, friends go their separate ways. We have lives. Everybody has a life to live. And sometimes you meet new friends. Doesn't mean that your old friends aren't important to you. Doesn't mean that you don't love them. And sometimes they can be right down the street. And you just need to give each other a break. You just need to give each other a break. So I just got off of my elliptical, y'all. And that was 40 minutes of fun. I got off that elliptical. And I was like, I cut it short today. I didn't do an hour. I did like 40 minutes of fun. Hey, Tamika. I didn't see Tamika. Where's Tamika? Okay, hey, Lance Pride and everyone in the chat. Happy Wednesday. How are you? April Showers, Cool Gamer, Sonya. How's everybody doing? Everybody that's on this live. Yeah, thank you guys for the thumbs up. Y'all hit that thumbs up if you don't mind. And look, I'm not going to stress you to hit that thumbs up because, hey, if people don't want to hit the thumbs up, they don't want to do it. But they're here, they're watching, or they're stopping by. So support is support, okay? Okay? Support is support. I'm not going to hound you or harp on y'all hitting the like, okay? Because sometimes people come across a video and they don't like it. Sometimes they're just wondering, they're curious to see what like or the thumbs up or not. That's still a view. So thank you, YouTube, for pushing us out a little bit more. Thank you, thank you, thank you. There's so much more you could be doing, so much more engagement you could have. Sometimes people just forget. It's so funny how, the mind is a terrible thing to waste. That being said, a lot of people, like others, don't, forget things. Don't forget. So, have you guys ever had a family member or a friend? And it's like, if you forget, now if you're always forgetting something, okay, yeah, you probably don't want to be bothered. I could see where they would get, a bit perturbed by that. But you have some people, sometimes they don't afford you the right to forget something. They don't afford you the right to forget something. Sometimes we forget, okay? It's not a crime. Sometimes forgetting can, make you end up having to set another appointment or something like that, which you don't want to do that. But sometimes we do forget. If you don't put your appointment in your phone and set a reminder, or if you don't write it on your daily calendar that you look at every day, sometimes we forget things. And it's amazing to me how sometimes people don't afford other people the privilege. So if they forget to hit the thumbs up, oh well. Hit it when you remember. Hit it when I remind you. But I'm not going to beat you about it. I'm not going to beat you over the head about it. I want to know what you're doing today. I want to know what you're up to. And that's why my titles don't really always reflect what we're talking about, because I just want to talk with you. I just want to encourage you to move, and I just want to encourage you. And in the meantime, encourage myself. I hope it's nice wherever you are. I hope it feels good. I hope the weather is beautiful. I hope it's stable and nice and will be so for many days to come. Look at that 10-day weather forecast. Some people won't look at the full 10 days. They'll look like at 2 to 3, maybe 5. Because the weather changes so quickly, y'all. It changes at the drop of a dime. The weather will change. You'll have sunny skies 1 minute, and the next minute, the clouds will burst. Whether it's rain, snow, whatever it is. But it'll be sunny 1 minute, and the next minute, a rainstorm, thunderstorm, snowstorm, whatever. So what have you guys been up to on this Wednesday? What things did you get done today? Was today just a regular get up, go to work, cook, come home? What was today for you? Thank you. What was today for you? See, I like it. I love it when the cars respect the pedestrians, okay? That car is very respectful. Most of the times, they're pretty good. But sometimes, it's just like with respecting other drivers. Y'all know how people can be. People do not respect other drivers. They act as if the road belongs to them and them only. They don't respect the fact that you have pedestrians. They don't respect drivers. They don't. Sometimes people aren't paying attention. We have all these different devices, hands-free devices that we could be using. And sometimes people still have their phones up to their ear. They still have their phones up to their ear in the car. There are so many hands-free devices. And now you don't even have to have it. You never had to really have a hands-free device. If you want to talk, just put it on the speaker, put it in your passenger seat or your console and talk. Talk. And focus and pay attention. Talk, focus, and pay attention to your surroundings. Talk, focus, and pay attention to your surroundings. Yeah, I want to go one way. Ooh, look at that one, y'all. See, when it rains, look at that. Look at that big ant bed. I want to step in it so bad. I don't want to disturb the ants. I just want to step in it. I just like stepping in the ant bed. Y'all know that. Y'all know I like stepping in the ant bed. I just like stepping in the ant bed. Look, there's another one. More dandelions. More dandelions. More dandelions. Y'all, we just might as well. Spring is here. Okay? Spring is here. Miss V cooks with love. Hey, Vicky. Hey, Vicky. Hey, everyone. Blessings of love to everyone. Blessings of love to you, Vicky. How are you doing? I hope you're having a happy Wednesday. So what's the next holiday, y'all? What is the next holiday? And a reminder, this month is Women's History Month. So if you come across this video or the video that we did yesterday, the live that was recorded yesterday, tell us a woman. Now we know mothers, and we know aunties. But hey, if that's the woman that made an impact on you, then let us know. Let us know. But I mean someone, mostly what I'm meaning is someone who we probably never even met, but left a legacy and left a history and changed some things. Women's movements, women's suffrage, women's rights, who had impacts that way through Congress and stuff like that. Who is someone, or just through helping a group of people? What women do you remember? Maybe you learned about them in school, maybe you learned about them in college, and maybe you just learned about them on your own. What women left positive, lasting impacts on you, or maybe on the way you see certain things. And yes, our mothers, of course, our aunties, godmothers, close family friends, of course. But I mean, as far as like the hundreds, the thousands of people, what women do you think of when you think of those women? So you can leave that in this live in the comments, or you can leave it in the comment section. Yes, and y'all, it feels so good. So y'all get up and move. The weather, spring is just that right time where it's not too, it's not too cold, it's not too warm. Some days get really warm, but it's just that right time of the year, spring and fall. Those two seasons You can come outside with like a light jacket, a sleeveless jacket, a light sweater, even shorts, depending on the day, depending on the temperature. And you can get out and have some fun. What's going on, Spiky? Hey, Spiky. Welcome to the live, Spiky. Vicky says, been better, been having problems with pacemaker. Got to have surgery in April for a new one to update pacemaker. Okay, battery life is only 3 months on the pacemaker I have now. Oh, wow. Are you serious, Vicky? I didn't know. I didn't know you had a pacemaker. Thank you for sharing that with us. Thank you for letting us know. And we are praying for you. And we're praying and claiming that your surgery in April will be successful and you will have that updated pacemaker and you'll be back at it before you know it. You'll be up and about before you know it. Because you guys, surgeries are major, you know, and certain surgeries are more major than others. So anytime it's, you know, your major organs, you know, we know that we want to, you kind of want to, when you realize that something has to be done, you want to go ahead and get it done. Go ahead and get it done. You know, God's got you. Prayerfully, He sent you to great doctors who have, you know, honed in on their technique, their surgical skills, and nurses, therapists, all those people. And you'll be in good hands, Vicky. You'll be in good hands. Get that pacemaker updated, and you'll be back up and at 'em. But right after, take the rest that you need. Make sure that you get the rest that you need. A lot of times we're anxious to get back up and at 'em, and that's a good thing. That's a good thing. But take the rest that you need, and everything will be okay. Just moved out the recovery home. Did you, Spiky? So you got a place of your own, Spiky? Everybody's speaking. What did April say? Okay, Miss V, praying. Yes, we are definitely praying. Everyone, please pray for Vicky, that she will have a successful surgery and that God will guide the hands, minds, and hearts of those who provide her care during that time, and that everything will be okay. And a lot of times, you know, if you have things done, sometimes you get, you know, little setbacks or unexpected things, but guess what? We're going to pray those things away. And if they happen, keep the faith and keep praying, because they'll address them. They'll address that. They'll address that. But we're claiming that everything's going to be okay. She's going to have Vicky's going to have a better pacemaker. And she won't have to be, you know, I'm sure you probably won't have to check in as much once you get that new one. Of course, they're going to check in a little bit more frequently at first, but once you get that new one with the longer battery life, you'll be good. Vicky says, thanks, April. Spiky says, yeah, roommates, but freedom to move around. Yeah, that's good. That's good. That's good, Spiky. You have more freedom. More freedom. Once you get out of that recovery house, because the fact that you're getting out shows that there's a trust there, an understanding there. You're definitely on the right path, and you'll have more freedom. You'll have more freedom. More freedom to be you. You know, more freedom to express yourself the way you want to without having someone looking over your shoulder so much. So look at that. Y'all dropping nuggets today. Spiky is, you know, about to get her own apartment. Like she said, roommates. You know, you got to go into that situation praying too, Spiky. Because, you know, people are different. And it's an adjustment to have to live with roommates. So yes, you have more freedom now, and you have roommates. And we're praying that everything goes well with that you guys, you know, get along, that you enjoy yourselves, and you remain on the road to recovery. You're in it now? Okay. So how's it going then, Spiky? How's it going? I hope everything is going good. I hope everything is going good. Y'all, we know how it can be, y'all, living with roommates. And it's so funny. Sometimes the best roommates are people you've never met. And the worst roommates are people that you know and love. Like family and friends. But We still pray on that situation because sometimes people you don't know, it can be hard living with them as well. It can be hard living with them as well. Sometimes they're the best roommates because you don't know each other and you're trying to make sure you don't step on each other's toes. But once you need to get past that phase after a while so that you can know each other. You can really know each other's likes, dislikes, quirks, qualms that you like about each other, and things like that. Come up with some good rules, household rules. And usually with good old common sense thinking people, things work out well. They work out well. It's cool. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's really good. So yeah, that's an accomplishment, Spikey. I'm glad that you came to the point where you were able to get out of the recovery home. And now you're on your own. And you can be free to be Spikey. You can always be Spikey. You can always be yourself, whatever your environment, whatever your situation. But there are times when you have to, you know, like Spikey said, you don't have as much freedom. You have to follow certain rules. You have to do things certain ways. And so it can get to be a headache. But what it also does, it pushes you, to reach your goal. Pushes you to reach your goal. Richard Dowling says, respect from across the pond in Dublin, Ireland. Hello, Richard. Thank you so much for joining the chat. Much respect to you as well. I appreciate you over there in Dublin, Ireland. Ireland is a pretty place. I haven't been to Ireland, but from what I've been told, it's a beautiful place. From what we can see, it's a beautiful place. That's something I wish we all could do. Like, whatever country you're in, I wish you could just visit another country. Visit another country. And not just one, but maybe there are so many countries, but maybe like five. And some people do that. Some people have done that. Some people have been to many countries. So I wish that's something that we could all do. Just pick 5 countries. 5. And just visit them. Visit them. I wish that was something that they would put. NATO needs to come up with something around that, centered around that. Everybody who's a part of NATO, every country who's a part of NATO, find a way for us to interact with each other. The citizens who choose to do that, that would be fun. That would be fun. Of course, they could afford to do it without charging us, but we know that they're going to charge. And everything we do, we get a charge. So yeah, it would be great to be able to do that. Become more worldly. Go and not just see other things like through social media and on TV, but to actually experience other things. And I mean, not the countries like most of us in the U.S. can get to Canada. Most of us can get to Mexico. I mean, far out, like Ireland, Richard's home. Like Ireland, Richard's home. That's what I mean. Those countries. And just enjoy. Japan, China, Africa. Just enjoy somewhere else and see what it's like. And those people come here to see what it's like, And I know the United States is a melting pot. We don't always get along, but we're a melting pot. We're truly a melting pot. And so maybe people in other countries who can't afford it, I wish they could come here. I wish they could come here. Those of us who live here, we probably wonder why would they want to come here? And they probably wonder the same thing about us. Why would they want to come here? To explore, to see new things, see new customs, meet new people, experience new ways of living. That is why. Traffic is picking up. People are getting off work. What's it like in your area? For those of you coming through, if you're still here, if you come through later after the live has ended, what's it like in your area? I came on Past couple of days, I've been coming on earlier, a little bit earlier. Today, I came on a little bit later, so I guess I had to make up, huh? So it's been 25 minutes. So I'll probably stay on here another 5 minutes. Keep my walk to a true, to a truer cool down. It should be like 5 minutes anyway. But I'm on here talking to you guys because I'm wanting to encourage you to move. Move, move, move. Doesn't matter how you're moving, whether you're walking around your house, 10 laps, walking around the block, 5 laps, just walking through your neighborhood, going to a local park, walking, biking, riding your bicycle, not your motorcycle, your bicycle. We want to keep those legs moving. On your treadmill, on your stationary bike, on your elliptical, dancing, jump roping, whatever it is you can do. And make sure that whatever it is within your, capabilities. Don't do anything that's too strenuous or anything that's too hard on you. Always keep your exercises within your limits. And before starting or restarting, if you haven't done it in a while, always contact your healthcare provider. Okay? Always contact your healthcare provider. They're your greatest source for information. They can help you as far as getting started or getting started again. Always, always, always. You can listen to people. You can take advice from people. You can get nuggets from other people. People can let you know what works for them. And you can try some of those things. But if you have not been exercising, you have not been working out, always contact your healthcare provider. Always. And if you don't have a regular healthcare provider, go get you a regular checkup. You can do so at one of your local clinics, emergency houses, like not the emergency room, but like the standalone clinics. Go to one of those, get a general physical at least, and start to work out. They can help you develop a workout plan, a workout regimen, a workout routine. And if you've done it in the past and you just feel like you know what to do, then I guess you could do that if that's what you choose to do. But I highly recommend, if it's been years, if it's been over a year or two, check with the healthcare provider. Especially if you have certain issues, you want to make sure that you start off, start slowly. Don't start too extreme. Don't be too extreme. But you can build your way up. Build your way up. And build your way up to what's good for you. Because we're all different. I say it every day. So we're not giving any medical advice. We're not diagnosing. We're not treating. But we're encouraging you to do what's known worldwide. That movement is best for everybody. Movement is best for everybody. Don't just, lay around, sit around all the time. Don't be a couch potato. I think we've all done that. Some people have never been couch potatoes. But I think we've all, maybe had a couple of days where we were just kind of down and out. Maybe you got some news, or maybe you didn't get any news. Maybe you're just in a funk, You're just in a funk, and you kind of sit around and you lay around. Guess what? I bet you, if you look back on one of those times, I bet you it took so much more energy to get up and restart. But sometimes, hey, no hypocrisy here. Sometimes mentally, physically, we're drained. Or we need those days to kind of just slumber around, Take your time. Take your time and do that. But don't let it be too extended. Don't let it, don't overextend that time. When you see that it's been a couple of days and you just haven't done anything but sit around and you're kind of down and out, everybody can't seek professional help. That's one thing that a lot of people don't understand. People are always talking about what someone has or what they're going through, when you really don't know. You haven't talked to them. You haven't had a conversation with them. It even takes a specialist more than one session to determine what's wrong with someone. More than 2 or 3 sessions sometimes to determine what may be going on with someone. Because first of all, that person's, to a degree, they have to start to open up. So if professionals can't tell you, based on, they can listen to some of the things that you say, of course. That's where they start. But you have a lot of people that are just trying to tell people what's going on with them, and they don't even know what's going on with themselves. They don't know what's going on with themselves. So you can't just tell people what's going on or what you think. You can say what you think, But a lot of times telling people what you think causes more harm than just saying, hey, if you're feeling, are you feeling down? That's the best way to ask someone something. Are you feeling down? Are you feeling misused, abused, mistreated? You know, you can go, we all have some degree of common sense. Like, what's making you feel that way? And if they don't want to be forthcoming in what's making them feel that way, which is understandable because people will talk. You know, once you get that they are feeling a certain way, make the suggestion that they talk to someone professional. You know, don't you try to don't you try to give not medical or professional diagnoses or treatments. Don't you try to do it. Now you can make, you know, common suggestions as far as like, okay, get up, get out, exercise, move around, get those endorphins flowing. Whatever your problem is, it may not make it go away, but it can help you to feel better. It can help you to feel better physically, mentally, and emotionally. And if you're, you know, and sometimes that's all it takes. But you just never know. So don't go trying to treat people that you have no authority to diagnose in order to give the treatment to. But we can always, as good stewards and as our brothers' keepers and as our sisters' keepers, suggest some things that just make people feel better generally, okay? And just getting up, moving around, especially if you've been in a slumber for like 2 to 3 days, a week or two, sometimes just getting up, eating differently, changing your diet, moving around, you know, doing different activities. Maybe it's work. Maybe you need a change of pace at work. You know, maybe you need a new job. Maybe that's what's causing issues. Because sometimes people really just can't pinpoint it. And sometimes it may be deeper, a lot deeper. That's why I say, over here, we don't diagnose, we don't try to diagnose, we don't attempt to diagnose, we don't treat. But we just tell people some common sense rules and some common sense things that, you know, will help them to maybe become more motivated. And if you're feeling down and it's been more than a couple of days, a couple of weeks, yes, talk to someone professionally. Sometimes the first stop in doing that is talking to your doctor. And if your doctor is one of those doctors that just throws off a pill for everything, even your mental, then, you know, say, hey, no, doc, I think it's more, or I think I don't, before trying a pill, I would much rather talk to somebody. You know, a lot of people won't do that because even today in 2024, there's still a stigma. There's still a stigma about saying, I need help. I need to talk to someone. It's just, things just don't feel right. So there are still stigmas attached to saying things such as that. But remember what most of our parents and grandparents told us. They said it, but it's easier said than done. Don't care about what people think. Don't care about what people think. Because most of the times, especially if it's negative, they're being hypocrites. The hypocrisy is unreal. They're being hypocrites. They're not telling you something to motivate, encourage, and uplift you. And a lot of times they have their own issues. So, hey, why not see someone else be miserable? So, always talk to someone if you feel that you need to. And no matter what your age is, what your background is, what your race is, no matter what country you're from, I always try to encourage people to improve. You know, and does that mean you're perfect? No, it doesn't. But I mean, just like they used to tell us when we were growing up, it takes more frowns, more lines and wrinkles to frown than it takes to smile. Well, shouldn't it? To me, I would think it takes more energy and effort to belittle someone than it does to simply say something nice and keep it moving. Or don't say anything at all. Don't say anything at all. It's amazing how mad some people get about people trying to be positive or trying to bring positivity. So if you get mad about it, what does that say about you? What does it say about you? Like I said over here, everyone that comes into this chat, we're here to do one of a few things. Drop nuggets so that we each can pick them up and carry them and see if they work for us or our family and friends. So you're either dropping nuggets or picking them up. One day you may be dropping, one day you may be picking them up. The same live, you could be doing both. We're listening to each other. We're trying to learn. We're trying to inform. We're trying to educate. We're trying to empower mentally. We're trying to uplift. That's what we're trying to do. That's what we come on here to do. And most importantly, for me, I'm just trying to encourage people to move, to get up, move around, stretch. Of course, stretch. Stretch, warm up, and then move. Even before you dance. You guys see the ballerinas, you see the dancers. When they're at work, they're stretching, they're warming up those muscles, getting those muscles ready to work. So get your muscles ready to work. Don't neglect the fact that they need to be stretched. Don't neglect the fact that they need hydration. Your body needs hydration. Unless there's an issue with you where your hydration should be limited, your body needs hydration. And even if those issues, if those you have those type of issues, you still need some degree of hydration, but it may just be limited. It'll be limited. Hello, I don't know your name, but thank you for coming into the live. I appreciate you. I truly do appreciate you. I appreciate everyone from wherever you're from, as long as you're here being positive, encouraging, and uplifting. And if you have any issues going on, we hope that they'll soon be solved. So I encourage you to get up, to exercise. Exercise not only your body, exercise not only your body, but your mind. Exercise your emotions. Sometimes we know that certain emotions that we have are easily triggered. Learn to, it's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to happen over a course of nights or days. It may take a while. It takes people up to a year or so. But you have to start focusing on it. You can't tap into it and then leave it alone. It's kind of like if you're trying to stop smoking, but then you do it for a day, and you 2 or 3 days later, you got to have that smoke. You've got to find something to help you. You have to implement a plan to help you and to stick with that plan, to help you tap into your emotions, to tap into your mental. And if you're having issues doing that or keeping things stable, then working on plans to make things better. Develop a plan, work on that plan, and you want to make yourself better. Excuse me, you want to make yourself better. You want to make things better for yourself. Because the better things are for you, the better things will be for the ones that you love. The better things are for you, the better things will be for those that you love. So always, with whatever you have going on in life, develop a plan. And we don't develop plans for everything. Sometimes we just tackle things, and that's okay too. Sometimes things need to be tackled immediately. You really don't have time to develop a plan. You really don't, you try and sit down and develop a plan when you need to be in action. So, there are cases where we can't always develop a plan. We just have to attack whatever it is, and attack it from different ways and work on it. But in the cases where you can, try and develop a plan for the things that, aren't just right or aren't the way that you want them to be. Try to develop a plan. Okay, we're back to nice skies out here. The skies are like a midnight blue. You guys probably can't see it, but it is. We had cloudy skies yesterday. It was rain. But we have pretty skies again. Pretty skies again. Pretty skies again. And it's nice out here. It was so nice today. It was nice enough that I could put on shorts. That I could put on shorts today. It was a nice, pleasant, spring-like day. Today is what? March 6th. February flew by. February flew by. Even with the additional day, February flew by. It is now March, and today is Wednesday, March 6th. It's hump day. So for those of you who work that 5-day week, guess what? If you've reached this point, you're over midway done. You're over midway done. Hello, hello, hello. I cannot read your names, but whoever you are, welcome into the live, and I appreciate you for being here. I appreciate you for being here, for hanging out with me. I don't know. I don't know what that says, but I welcome people from everywhere. I welcome people from India, Asia, Asian countries, Africa, African countries. I welcome you from everywhere. Australia, wherever you're from, I welcome you. The UK, wherever you're from. Richard is from Ireland. He was in here for a few minutes. I welcome you guys wherever you're from, and I appreciate you as long as you're being good, especially if you're being good. But if you start commenting too much, and especially if I can't read it, I might have to let you go out of here. I'll get that view, and I'll let you go. I'll get that view, and I'll let you go. But if you're coming over here to just have conversation, because that's all my lives are about. We're about walking, moving, and just having general conversations to uplift, to encourage, and to just engage, We want to engage. We want to engage in a positive way. Engaging conversations. Ecos. We can call it eco. Engaging conversations. E-convos. E-convos. Engaging conversations. And again, thank you to everyone that gave me a thumbs up. I appreciate it. You didn't have to do it, but you were nice enough to do it, and I appreciate that. If you just want to watch, for those who came through and they stopped by to look, to watch, to see what was going on, that's fine too, because it all counts. It all counts towards something in this algorithm. So be kind. Be kind to the people that come through. Be kind to the people that come through on y'all's lives, all right? Hey, Big Kane, what's up, bro? How you doing? I see those eyes. Nobody drop eyes like Big Kane. So when people come to y'all's lives, be kind to people. Unless they come in there and they're being rude to you, be kind to people. Sometimes, y'all heard of kill them with kindness? So honestly, if you really want to make somebody mad, you can, one, be extra kind, or two, don't say anything. Don't say anything. You handle it the way you want to. But I noticed that when you're either extra kind or just kind, you don't have to be extra kind, especially if they're being rude. But if they're wilding out, sometimes you could just be like, huh? And just sit there and just like let it, just watch their show. Watch their show. So if you come into this chat and I can't read your language, I don't care, as long as you're not in here cutting up and dropping a whole bunch of emojis. Now, if you start to drop too much, then I'll just remove you. I wonder, does it still count as a view though? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I remove some of them because I don't know. I don't want no mess from y'all. I like it when people come in here like Richard. Richard comes in and says hello, greetings to everybody, and he tells you where he's from. But see, I know though that some people I just can't. I just won't know what they're saying. I just won't, because I'm in a lot of different chats, And there are so many different people from all over, wherever I am. I see them in other chats. And sometimes they'll come and leave a comment on a video and they'll say where they're from. And I have to translate it. And it's all good. They aren't up to no good. They aren't up to no good. But when they're in the live, if they comment too many times, just like those two people, I'm like, I can't read what that is. I'm gonna have to get rid of that after a while because they're up to no good because you can't read it. But I remember I remember avatars. I remember avatars. So if your avatar is one that I remember from somewhere else, you can stay. Those two avatars I didn't remember, but I left them for a minute. I left them for a minute because I wasn't sure. So you have to be sure. You have to be sure. You have to you have to be sure. I appreciate you, Big Kane, for coming into the live if you're still here. I don't know where everybody else went. They just leave. But that's okay because people have things to do. They can't just be hanging out in the same place all the time. People have things to do. And another thing, y'all, it's like when people say they're catching the replay, I'm like, I get that. I say that sometimes. But sometimes, I don't know. Maybe it's just me because I'm real quirky like that. I'm like, okay, I appreciate it. Thank you for letting me know. But I guess what I'm thinking is, like, when my coworkers talk about, like, Facebook or something, they say they get all these notifications. And they were like, okay, it was just somebody saying this. It was just somebody saying that. So sometimes on the YouTube notifications, I'm like, okay, we good. Thank you so much. But I kind of get it. I get it because there are a lot of people, I don't catch their lives at all. Or I'm at work, or I come in and I say hello, and I don't say anything else in the chat. And I do have to catch the replay. So I guess it's just a courtesy. To let them know. It's a courtesy to let them know. I know I'll be so glad when it's just time to, well, that'll be next week though. Just go to the beach, just go to the beach, have some fun, relax, catch those waves, enjoy the waves, the seagulls, the sun, all the nice weather. So for you guys who haven't been on a vacation in a long time, take you a weekend vacation this month. This month, some people get away every month. Some people take them a weekend and they just get away. And I think that's good for the mind, body, and soul to just get away. Go on a short vacation for a month. Not for a month. Well, if you can do that, yeah. But for those who work daily and they're only off a day or two out of the week, take your vacation. Take a vacation for a weekend out of the month. If you can do it every month, that would be good. Every other month would probably be better. That'd be better. Because you wanna chill out at home sometimes. Sometimes that's the best vacation a person can have. It's just chilling out at home. Chilling out at home, getting some rest, watching some TV, doing some yard work, at your own pace. Nobody can make you're not on a time clock or anything like that. And another thing, I saw two people have words about working for themselves and working for someone. Most Americans work for someone. Most Americans work for someone. So if you're fortunate enough to work for yourself, that's a good thing. But don't down people who work for people. You have a lot of people who have their own business and they work for someone. That's what it takes to live. That's what it takes to make it. Living in the United States is not cheap. It's not cheap. So it's so corny to me when people laugh because somebody hits somebody else's time clock. Do you have a multi-million dollar company that they can come and work for where you're treating them much better than what you assume their current boss is doing? If not, then what's the problem? What's the problem? It's really dark out here now, y'all, because I'm late. I was late today. I was late. I think I may go around one more round and then I'm going to be done. And if you come through here, say hello if you like, or just move. Just move. It doesn't matter when you catch this video. If you catch it from the beginning, if you catch it from the middle, or if you catch it from the end, the goal is to get you to get up and move. Okay? So wherever you catch it, the conversation, the talk is what we should be doing to increase our stamina. To increase our stamina, to get us, elevate us on just how much we can do in a given time. If you can walk and talk, you're doing really good. If you can walk, but you can't tolerate the talking, that's okay too. That's fine. Do what you can do. Eventually, you'll be able to do both. If you can walk and talk for a little bit, do that. Don't let somebody else's barometer be your guide to what you do, as long as you're moving. Don't let someone else's barometer be the guide to what you do. Don't allow their barometer to measure, what level you should be at. Just like you don't let someone else's barometer measure what you should be doing in your life. If you're going to let somebody else be that determiner for you, let it be someone who loves you. Let it be your children. Let it be your parents. Let them influence that. Don't let people you don't know influence you. Or make you feel like you're not, up to par. Make you feel like you're not up to standards. Don't allow that. Don't ever allow that. Don't ever allow that. Especially adults, especially adults. And I know it's hard for some adults. It's hard for some adults not to be, bothered by what other people feel, think, or say. It is, because we all have an emotional quotient. And words have meaning. And people say things. And I don't think when I say words have meaning, that means it doesn't matter the age, especially when it comes to children and the elderly. But even, those of us who are from 20 to 60 years old, 20 to 70, words have meaning. And they place an impact on your emotional stability, your mental stability. So you don't have to be, nice to everybody, especially to people who aren't nice to you. But you don't have to go out of your way to be ugly or cruel to people either. And I know sometimes people have issues with that. Maybe they have anger issues. Those are things sometimes that's kind of out of their control. It's easy to say someone can manage their anger. That's not always true. That's not always true. I've seen people who lose it at the drop of a penny. The least thing upsets them, take them from a 0 to 10. And once they've calmed down, they don't like that. They don't like that. So, people do have anger issues. They have anger management issues. And most times when people lose their temper like that or that quickly, the first thing somebody will say is that they know better. Yes, they do know better, but they have control issue. They have a control issue. They have a management problem. Even when it comes to anger, and you can meet them with that same anger. It doesn't matter to them. Some people just have issues. So before you put a label on people, do they have anger issues? That's a label. That is a label. And you can see it. They may be depressed. It may be obvious that they're depressed. So before you label them and just leave the label there, see if they need help. See if they need help. Don't just label them and leave the label. You may not be able to help them, but at the bare minimum, you can make a suggestion. You can make a good, positive suggestion. So on that note, I'm going to wish you guys peace, positivity, and prosperity. Without peace, there's chaos. Without positivity, there's negativity. And wherever chaos and negativity live and breed, you fail to prosper to your fullest potential. You fail to prosper to your fullest potential. Leave the negative where the negative is. If you go into an area that stresses you out and you're leaving that area with more stress than you went in, don't go back. Don't go back. Don't go back. Don't let stress people stress you out. And don't let bothered people bother you. And I will see you guys on the next Let's Walk and Talk live video, hopefully tomorrow, if it's the Lord's will. If not tomorrow, Friday. How about that? Friday. It's almost Friday already, y'all. Bye, y'all.